Why did you decide to get this car instead of like all the other cars?
Oh, I just much more fun about this car, dude. I've always wanted to get a Jeep. It's big and nice.
It's big. You were just telling me it's like small.
No, it's huge, dude. Look at the wheels and everything on it.
I guess for a small man like you, this car is pretty big, no?
I'm not a small man at all. I'm a big guy. Big man.
All right, Louis. Take care, bro.
Peace, brother.
Alrighty, day 3 of these videos. It is now officially underway. It's currently 1:01 p.m. in the afternoon in Miami, Florida. I spent the morning working on the second video, which took much longer than expected, we'll say. Yeah, it took a long time, but I actually really enjoyed it. I think I titled it something like Early Mornings, Late Nights, and Heavy Squats, so pretty cool. Definitely an entertaining video, good knowledge there, good workout, good, just an enjoyable video to watch if you haven't seen that one already. We're currently on the way to the gym, to the UM gym, the University of Miami gym to be exact, and I usually don't train there too much because I like going to downtown. Usually it's quieter, which is big for me, and then the machines are nice, but to be honest, I really like the machines at the University of Miami gym, especially if I'm hitting something like back. So definitely looking forward to it. I already took my pre-workout, feeling good. It's a beautiful day today, just absolutely gorgeous. 85 degrees, November 7th, can't complain at all. So, yeah, what else do I know? You know, I honestly don't know too much. All I know is that I'm excited to hit this workout. Just going to enjoy it. Today's a hypertrophy day since we squatted yesterday, so that means that it's basically the exact same stuff that I'm doing, just no squat, bench, deadlift at the start. That's basically the only difference, if I'm being honest. Obviously, we're mixing up what we're doing exactly, so we're doing some different exercises. And just gonna do some back, maybe a little bit of rear delts, and for sure some biceps. Go hard with it, probably 2 working sets, give or take, for every exercise, and just going really hard with those 2 sets, because under my interpretation, you know, you don't really need more than 2 sets on a given thing. If it's feeling good, just go hard, work, and then, you know, just move on to the next. And if you move on to the next exercise and it's not feeling too good, then just, you know, move on to something else. So I think it's great to have structure to your training, but honestly, like, just enjoy it. Just because something works for someone else doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So find those things that work for you, because I've had a lot of training partners over the years, people I've enjoyed training with, and we always had disputes over certain exercises, like, yeah, like, bro, this feels good, like, what do you mean? And I'd be like, I just don't feel it. And then I'll be doing some things sometimes that, you know, feel really good for me, but just don't feel good for someone else. So everybody's different, we all got those different things, abilities, strengths. That doesn't just go for what we feel in the gym, right? So that's my little rant. Not too far from the school gym, only about 5 minutes from the apartment, which is nice, because usually, you know, I'll be driving for 20 minutes or so, and sometimes it's just nice to get in, get out, and, you know, move on with the rest of our day. So we're just pulling in right now to the parking lot. It does look like it is pretty busy, to be honest, but I definitely don't think everybody here is going to the gym, because that would be a madhouse. And if it were to the point, like, I am set on training here today, but if it were to the point where it's just, you know, unbelievably busy where I can't get anything done, I'll probably just drive to Powerhouse and, you know, it'll just be as it is. But the odds of that happening are substantially, what am I saying? Very small, so I really don't see that happening. But we do need to find a parking spot, so I think I'm going to focus those eyes and ears on the road, find a spot to park, and just get started with this back workout. So let's get after it, and let's have ourselves a day. Alright, back with another workout. Today we got back and biceps on the menu. Like I said in that intro segment, recently, and I guess I can't really say recently because it's been now 2 videos, but I've actually really been enjoying doing mic'd up videos of me working out, because that way I can kind of walk you through my workout, because you'll see a workout on this screen that I'm doing, whether that's this video or another video, and that's very helpful, right, to see what I'm doing. But unless I can actually tell you what specific things I'm doing, the specific cues, things to look for, things to do, it's really going to help elevate your training, because you can follow someone else's split, someone else's thing, but they're probably doing it because it works really well for them, right? So that's my kind of my opinion on that. But as we get started on this workout, just did a few warm-up sets, not too much weight, plates, and then a plate 25, about 12 reps, just to feel out this machine. I really like this machine for starting my back days, because I was someone who for so long had such a tough time feeling my back. And I noticed once I started doing something like this, where it lets me focus in on each arm independently and really get a good connection, get my whole back warm, it just makes the rest of my workout a lot better overall. And so this is my first working set. I'm strapped up, got 245s and I think a 5, so that's 95 pounds there. And you'll notice that I'm going hard, only 2 sets, making the most of them. But you'll notice that as I'm going up, as I'm kind of letting it pull me up, I really let it pull me up, and you'll be able to see that here with this angle. So I go down, squeeze back, but then I let it pull me up and kind of retract. I don't know the word, but just let it pull me away. So I'm getting in kind of a forced extra range of motion, and for me, this machine doing it this way just feels absolutely incredible. So I'm only doing 2 working sets here, but after this, my pump was great. I was feeling really good. I was even self-spotting here at the end just to push past failure a little bit more, because again, I'm only doing 2 sets, but 2 is enough if you make it count. It's like one of those things where less is more, right? But you gotta work hard, and you gotta do the most with those 2 sets that you're doing. So that was that. Then next exercise here, I love this back machine. This back machine is absolutely phenomenal. And I actually wasn't feeling it too well today for whatever reason, so I went lighter, only about 80 pounds, just to feel it out, because if I'm not feeling it good with lightweight, right, when I go to heavier weight, it's definitely not going to feel good. So I did 1 set of this, and then I went into 2 heavier sets, which you'll see here in a second, and this was the second of the 2. So here's a nice angle showing the movement, and I wasn't getting a full range of motion, almost full range of motion, right? But I'm really letting it pull me away, because that stretch is imperative to back growth. And I've noticed as I've resisted the stretch and kind of gone a heavier weighted stretch, my back growth has just been so much better overall. So what I did here is I actually did about 10 clean reps, and then I did like 5 partials, and then I dropped it down back to that like 80 pounds. And again, there, just wanted to get some full range of motion, finish the back workout strong. So took a deep breath, wiped my sweat, and then got my hands back on the machine. I also did strap up here. For back in general, I really like using straps just so my forearms, again, aren't a limiting factor. And not just that, but you can just lift a lot more weight, and it can help you overload your back to an even greater degree. So I love that. This machine is phenomenal. I actually don't see many people doing this, but maybe after this video comes out, maybe it'll get a little more attention, because I think it really deserves it, because it's a great movement for your upper mid back. Then I was actually going to do a neutral grip lat pull down, but it was taken, so I decided to do a neutral cable row. Here's me doing kind of 1 warm-up set with, I think, like 140, something like that on the bar. So you'll notice a common theme here, right? So I am only doing 2 working sets, but I usually do 1 or 2 warm-up sets just to feel it out. So this was one of my heavier sets now. I think this was 180, maybe like 190 on the cable. And again, I have good form. I'm using a little bit of momentum, but I think that that's great, because I'm overloading my back to an even greater degree. So getting a good stretch with that, good squeeze, and honestly, neutral grip cable rows with this attachment, one of my favorite things right there. I'm strapped up again. So that's 3 exercises deep. Now we're on to the second to last back exercise for the day. And I just went right in for 2 sets of dumbbell rows. I like these, again, because like much of the stuff I've been saying, you get a great stretch at the bottom, good squeeze at the top, and it's a great way to overload the back. Form did get a little bit sloppy towards the end. I'm not going to lie, I was pretty tired at this point. And the gym was pretty busy, so it was honestly a challenge. You can see some guy squatting right there in front of me. finding a spot, but you gotta just do the most that you can. Work in with everyone, and most people are really friendly. So if you want to bring your camera to the gym, most people are gonna be friendly, and maybe someone will say something, but I don't know. I feel like some of the people who radiate that negativity, it's like they got some problems that you aren't aware of. So just just give them a nod, be like, okay, I hear you out. Just no confrontation, but dumbbell rows, 2 sets, and then I actually have recently been finishing with some dumbbell pullovers, which is a phenomenal stretch on the lats. And honestly, shout out to John Meadows, rest in peace, Mountain Dog, but he actually was one of the people who first put me on doing stretch, like a stretch movement at the end of your workout. So that could be a pec deck for your chest, that could be a pullover or a pullover variation for your back, overhead for the triceps, because once you got a lot of blood in that muscle group, stretching it out is not only going to feel phenomenal, but it's also just going to be a great way to finish your workouts. So I actually just went right into 2 sets, no warm-up set, only 55 pounds here on the dumbbells, but just did about 15 reps, not too intense. But just got a great stretch. So that was back. Now we're just hitting some biceps, and now my biceps are pumped. There's a lot of blood in there already, but we wanted to give them some direct work. So here I did 4 sets, I think, with the 40s. Actually, I did 3 sets with the 40s. I did 18 reps, so that's 9 on each side, and then I lowered the weight a little bit to 30. Just to get a better squeeze, because here I am going a little bit heavier. You'll notice that my momentum is going to break a little bit towards the end, and I'm actually strapping up here because I don't want my forearms to give out, because my forearms were on fire. Just help me move a little bit more weight. And this was actually my 3rd set for the biceps, because the gym was just so busy today, especially around the dumbbells. And again, I think I say this later in this video, but I'm never going to want to take away from someone's ability to do an exercise. If I have to not record a set, it just is the way it is. It's not the worst thing in the world. So I got 1 set in, and then here I was finishing with preacher curls. Just basic stuff for the biceps. Here, actually pretty interesting. So I was feeling it out, and I think this is a great thing to show. So I was like, man, this is not feeling good. Let me adjust the seat, and ultimately adjusted the seat, and it felt a lot better. And that's to show that machines, I guess this is a preacher curl, so it's a little bit different, but machines, they're kind of built for a certain archetype, and everyone's different. So mess around with machines, with benches, just positionings, because the machine might be very good, but you got to mess around to see what works for you. So did my 4 sets of dumbbell curls, then I did 3 sets here of just some close grip easy bar curls, really trying to squeeze my biceps hard, kind of curl to my head, and just finish the workout strong. I was pretty gassed to this point, but I wanted to finish up the biceps, give them a little bit of work, because biceps has always been lacking for me. So that's that. Now let me critique this posing. So just wanted to see how the pump was looking, especially because this is kind of a documentary now. I'm kind of documenting the journey, so I just wanted to see how we're looking for the books. As I say, this is probably morning weight about 178, getting to 180, getting to be the heaviest I've ever been, and getting a little bit chubby, but it's all part of the bulk. Trust the bulk, trust the process. That's the workout. Let's get back to the video. As you can most likely see, quite a few hours have elapsed since we last spoke. Since then, I might as well update the situation. So basically, we had a great lift at the UM gym. It was honestly a little bit packed, so I couldn't record as much as I would have liked, because for me at least, like, I'm gonna record, but if it ever interferes with people's lifts and it just, it's kind of creating I don't know, I'm just not really trying to create any problems in the gym. Everyone's trying to improve. I'm not gonna take away a spot to put my tripod to record, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not going to take a spot away from someone else where they could be curling, because I recorded most of my back exercises on the machines and the cables, but then when I was doing my curls over by the dumbbells, it was pretty crowded, so I didn't want to take any spot away from anyone else. So didn't record as much as I would have liked, but it is what it is, right? So after that, I looked at my phone. It was 3:30, and I realized I had to go to the counselor, my counselor at school, my academic advisor, I think that's what they call it. because I wanted to upgrade one of my minors, which is business law, to a major, because I'm like, screw it, why not? So the current situation is that I am a marketing and business law major at the University of Miami. So so I got there right at like 3:45, and then they said they had a long wait, but I'm like, I'm happy to wait in line, happy to wait in line whenever you guys get a chance, right? And then I ended up being in this room next door to the waiting area with my boy Blake, and we were talking for like 90 minutes. I think they honestly forgot about us. So it is what it is though, right? Sometimes life just happens, and you gotta just go with the flow. So didn't end up eating until I just had a smoothie real quick at home, and honestly I would have liked to get something in the stomach, but what are you gonna do about it? Didn't have any options, had to wait in line. So it was just a situation that happened, and now we're back in control. And still got about 2,000 calories left on the day, yes, but we're on our way to Whole Foods to stock up on some groceries, and I think I'll show you what I'm getting, because I think that's kind of interesting, on the bulk. When you're bulking, I think it's a little bit more exciting, because a lot of the things that have higher calories, they taste better, right? And thank you. Gotta get some breads, some stuff like that with higher calories, because quite honestly, I can't get all my calories from Whole Foods. Now, I wish I could, but in the bulking context, like, I'm just trying to hit my goals, number one, and if I can do that with Whole Foods, that's great, but it's pretty hard sometimes, right? So, damn, it got real dark real quick, but on the way to Whole Foods, enough of this rambling. Let's get to Whole Foods and
when the hills turn brown and your colored leaves, and the only sound is a broken.
Alrighty, so we are live from Whole Foods Market in South Miami, Florida. So let's see what we need. How you doing? So the first thing that I usually do is stock up on some fruit. Not as many vegetables right now being on the cut, because to be honest, like, vegetables are fantastic and I think they're very important, but when you're cutting, you definitely don't want to fill up on unnecessary foods. So first things first, grabbing a bunch of bananas, smoothies, snacks, oats. Actually, and I think I'm gonna grab some kiwis too. They got a deal going on right now, 5 for $5. Jeez, these are pretty hard. I definitely don't want to touch all of them, but definitely don't want my kiwis being bricks. So these are rocks. These are rocks. Actually, this one's good. Alrighty. Pulp or no pulp? Honestly, say what you want, but I actually don't mind the pulp in the orange juice. So grabbing 2, because like with the raspberries that I need to find, I accidentally took as orange juice too. So $4.99 for a little pint of raspberries. It's quite taxed, but it is what it is. Ooh, actually, $4.49 for some peas. That's alright. Now all that's left is the main stuff, and I'll be honest, I'm getting most of my stuff here, but in terms of protein, in South Florida, in South Florida, we actually have this spot called the Wild Fork, which is almost like a butcher. Almost like a butcher, but
They got, your basic stuff, your beef. Actually, not your basic stuff. They have literally everything you could possibly want for meats. They even have stuff like ostrich and stuff like that I'll never even touch. I think I actually have some pasta, so we're just gonna get one pasta. But yeah, pasta is definitely my go-to. Definitely my go-to in a bulk because few things pack the punch in terms of calories and taste that pasta does. So I'm gonna grab some vodka sauce, have some noodles at home. So I guess this is not like a grocery run from scratch because I'm obviously not out of everything. You run out of certain things quicker than other things, but these are the basics. So. All right, the next thing I'm looking for is a little bit of ketchup, just to spice up, when you have your rice, your beef. Because I like my rice and beef, but again, when you're bulking, it's like you got to find a way to make stuff enjoyable and then just to mix it up. So I actually think I might grab a barbecue sauce too. So many selections, so much to choose from. It's quite honestly a little bit overwhelming if I'm being completely transparent. You know what? I'm just gonna grab the ketchup because too many decisions. Alrighty, we'll keep this train rolling. It's kind of busy at Whole Foods, but it's all good. Everyone needs to get that food. Needs to get those nutrients, especially if you're trying to bulk like me. Because, training and sleeping is just one part. When you're bulking, I actually think that, eating is probably the most important thing. So, because you want to just have that food, which that food is going to be your fuel too, right? So, I'm going to grab some honey. Actually, I don't know. I still have a little bit of honey at home, so yeah. I think we will just let that fade until the next time I'm back at Whole Foods. So, what else do we need on this food list? Now that I think of it, like when you're driving these carts, it's kind of like you're driving a car, You can go quick, you can go slow big turns, but yeah. So the next thing that I'm looking for is actually just some easy calories because, again, me bulking, the struggle is not that I don't know what the struggle is. There's many variables in this equation, but it comes down to me just not being hungry for the most of the day. And that's why I try to eat a big breakfast, but you can only eat so much in the morning. And yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do here in this bread section is I'm actually going to grab some bagels. I really like these cinnamon raisin bagels. These guys right here, very good. You know what? I might actually grab some English muffins, except they are out. So it's kind of hard to grab some stuff when they're out. What I am going to do is just grab some basic sourdough bread. Super easy to get down again. It's kind of the name of the game because, again, you got to get those calories in. Yeah, it's not talking to me. It's not talking to me, so. Alrighty. If it's not speaking to you, it's all good. Nothing to say that you can't buy it next time you're in the grocery store. So, got some orange juice. I'm honestly debating getting another juice, like a lemonade, because for me it's just struggling to get calories in. I feel like I just keep saying the same things, but common issues, I think what I will do is grab some cereal though. Grab some cereal. So that's not too hard to get down. Fun fact for you guys who are watching this video right now, I actually worked at Whole Foods once. It was a little bit deceptive. I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. I was home for the holidays in Seattle, Washington, and I wanted to get a job, and it was when COVID was still at its height, right? So I didn't know if I was going to go back to school because, this hysteria was still very large, and I just didn't know if I'd be going back. And so I was like, you know what? I'm looking for a job for the short future because I don't know if I'm going back. So I got that job. I worked as a cashier for about 4 weeks, and unfortunately, my boss Larissa was not too happy with me. But I was like, hey, school is actually going back on. So yeah, then we were back in Florida and just wrapped up about, honestly, 4 or 5 weeks working at Whole Foods, not too much. So got a nice discount because Whole Foods is very expensive these days, but definitely want to invest in some good stuff. Just kind of looking through some cereals, seeing which one speaks to me. I think I might actually just try this one, Honey Vanilla Crunch. Just have some milk with that cereal, and should I get this? Yeah, I'm just gonna grab that one. Yeah. So, yeah, I worked at Whole Foods, a very short stance. Excuse me, sir. You all good? Yeah, so I worked at Whole Foods, a very short stance, but yeah, always nice talking with the moms on Sundays when they're coming in with their $400 grocery list. So, see, the problem with all that stuff, and again, nothing to hate on the moms, but when the moms are shopping, they're buying all these good stuff for their kids, right? Their fruits, their vegetables, and what that means is that it's like all barcodes, or I guess rather it's not barcodes. You have to punch all those numbers in. And so it makes it harder on us cashiers, especially me being a new one, not knowing where everything is, all the labels. Okay. 36 eggs, Vital Farms. Good breakfast food. I try to eat the eggs for breakfast because I feel like eggs are one of those things where, it gets difficult to eat eggs later in the day, but they're so nutrient dense and rich that you want to get them in. So, yeah, just try to get 4 eggs in a day. Next up, some grated Parmesan cheese. This is for the pasta. I have some other cheese at home, but it's good for the pasta. And yeah, I think that is going to wrap it up. That seems to be the bulk of this shopping trip. I have some ice cream at home, do not need that. And yeah, just kind of restocking some of those basics, some of those foods that, we're eating on a daily basis. As you can see, nothing crazy, nothing totally out of the ordinary, just the basics. Because I feel like with many things in life, the basics are going to get you 95% of the way there with the gym, exercises, foods. So unless something speaks to me, I'm in the baby section, so that is not speaking to me at all. I think that's going to conclude this shopping trip. So, yeah, unless something calls out my name, I think I'm going to leave that there. And that'll conclude this shopping run with Alex. So.
And the only sound is a broken sea, and you lose.
All right, so we're here at Wild Fork, and they have some crazy stuff. You know, your wagyus, your kangaroo, your ostrich, elk, you name it, right? But for me, I'm pretty boring. All I get is ground beef. Ground beef, I get 2 types. I get the 90-10. I get 4 of these. And I'll get the 85-15. 4 of those. And that is gonna be my Wild Fork run. They have a lot of stuff, but for me, again, I just kind of stick to the basics, so.
Alright, let's go kill some people, bro.
Bro, let me see you do something.
Huh?
Let's see you do something.
I got you, bro. Give me a sec. Watch the plays. The movement. Oh. Okay, never mind.
You know, I was struggling to bring those 5 bags in one trip.
Why'd you call me?
Because you were busy playing.
You didn't even know that though until you got in my room.
Yeah, but this nice lady, to be fair, like she was walking out with her daughter, and she like opened it for me.
She opened the door for you?
Yeah, she was really nice.
That guy.
She was like mad at her daughter because her daughter wouldn't open it. Her daughter was like
We're
2.
not pushing, bro, because I'm on film right now. Oh!
You are on film. Let's see if you can stay cool under pressure.
Of course.
Is that a llama?
This guy messed up. No, this guy messed up so hard. He just shot at me. Oh my god, what the? He's a P90! He's a P90, yes it is. What do you mean?
Dude, you're actually pretty good. I didn't know you could build like that. I did not know you could build like that. Oh my god.
Bro, this guy's a fucking P90, bro. He's
What was
so
that?
big.
What was that?
Bro, his first game on in years. Years.
All right. To be fair though, you built pretty nicely.
Thank you, bro.
Okay. You ever feel like all you do is eat? So for dinner right here, we got 1,500 calories of pasta, some fettuccine, some vodka sauce, some ground beef, some Parmesan cheese, and then some water. Yeah, what can I say? Just another day at it. Am I remotely hungry? No, but sometimes you just gotta say screw it. Gotta work towards those goals because it's not always gonna be easy, right? And that might mean something more than just downing some pasta, but mind over matter. If you think you can, that's basically, you know, being 90% of the way there. So what do I know though? I'm just Alex. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.